So the MA in Theology and Religion is aimed at students who have either taken theology and religion before, or philosophy or cognate or similar subjects in the past, but really want to study it in a bit more depth. But the advantage of this particular programme is that they're not pigeonholed. So the MA in Theology and Religion gives them the opportunity to study quite broad subjects, but also specialising at the same time. So we feel we've got the best of both worlds. So they're not streamlined too early, but they get to do the things that they're really interested in. In the MA Theology and Religion, students are expected to do the dreaded methodology course, but actually this is really exciting because it's introducing different approaches to their subject, and it's really encouraging them to interact with different ways of doing things rather than assuming there's one singular way. So that's the first thing. But then they're also empowered to do modules that specialise in particular religions, should they so wish. So here at Birmingham, we specialise in the Abrahamic faith, so Islam, Christianity and Judaism, but also we have one of the few people in the country who specialise in Sikh studies, so we also offer modules in that. But in conjunction with those specialist modules that focus on a particular religion, we also have modules that look at topics. So for example, at gender or nationalism, or religious nationalism precisely, and also theological ethics, and those more broader approaches to religious topics. And then you look at different religious approaches for that topic. And again, that encourages both breadth and depth. And then finally, our students have to do a dissertation, independent research of their own choosing, and that is often guided by staff that they've encountered on modules before. And the great thing about our methodology programme is that it's taught by a number of members of staff, so they get to see who they like, what research areas they're interested in, and it's kind of like a way of testing everybody out. In the past, we've had a whole range of different topics. So we've had people look at humour and religion, we've had people look at radicalisation, we've had people look at the role of megachurches and race, we've had people having a look at Quranic studies and magic in the past, and also having people looking at the Holocaust and the Dead Sea Scrolls. After their studies, our graduates from the MA in Theology and Religion typically go on to work in the social world. So they will often go and work in faith-based organisations, whether that's churches, temples, mosques, but also charities, the third sector, if you will. But also they often go and work for schools and welfare organisations. They also go and work for government in a range of different roles as policy advisors, but also as civil servants in local and national government. Although I would say that a significant percentage of our students on that programme go on and do a PhD afterwards, and they're really inspired through their dissertation to carry on learning. My favourite thing is actually the variety of students that we get and the range of perspectives that they bring to the course. Because they're not pigeonholed or streamlined straight off, we get so many different reasons for joining the course, so many different motivations, so many different interests, and bringing them all together means that the students really learn off each other, and there's a real interaction and dynamic and a real buzz. If you're looking to apply for the MA in Theology and Religion, I think it's really important that you put across what it is about the study of religion and theology that inspires you, what you think this might offer that's different to, say, just studying social policy or just studying anthropology, and why religion and theology gives us that, I don't know, intellectual edge perhaps on particular topics. The other thing to bear in mind is that we're not a confessional course. So you may be wanting to apply having come from a particular religious background, and we understand that that may well motivate, but the course is not designed to facilitate your own personal faith. It is much more designed to facilitate understanding and explaining and thinking through in a scholarly manner the issues around religion and theology. So reflecting both the scholarly part and, if you are coming from a confessional background, that motivation, and getting the balance right between that is really what I'd say in the application.